Hello and welcome to Qsports. I am Qsports. Thank you very much for joining us. Coming up tonight, a win for the Scorpions as they play in an international friendly with Niger as part of preparations for their Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon 2022. We'll also be talking about the top of the table clash in the GFF First Division League between Fortune and Brikama United. Lots of talking points about the game. We will bring you some highlights of it as well. We'll be looking at some wheelchair basketball as far as the Gambian National Paralympic Committee is concerned. They've received a donation from a charity organization. We'll also be talking about that. This and many more to come on tonight's Qsports. Welcome and thank you if you're just joining us. This is Qsports and I am Qsports. Well, in football, they are called the 12th man. They always make sure when they are at the stadium, the atmosphere is great. Their support is immeasurable. That's the football fans. They will come there to pay match ticket prices. And these ticket prices would help generate income for each team, whether it's at club level or a senior national team level. And it helps the clubs and the national teams to finance the players, funding them, ferrying them from one place to another, and even paying their salaries. And I have two gentlemen with me in the studio from the National Scorpions Fans Club. The president, that is Abdullah Baicham, and as well as the PRO, the Public Relations Officer, Seydou Cisse. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gajaga.
The Gambia national team, the Scorpions, we've been supporting them. We've been praying for them for years. We've qualified to the Africa Cup of Nations for the first time. But the sad bit of it is, you guys were not at the stadium as an organized fans club to support them. I know morally some of you are there individually, but tell us about the feeling of Gambia qualifying to their maiden Africa Cup of Nations first.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Gajaga, for welcoming us to this program. It was a very, very remarkable history in the making already. It was a history already, isn't it? And the fans club had viewed that very day, way back in 2001, when we first formed this fans club. We said, look, the boys are good. They can play the ball. They know the ball. They can do it. But why are we not qualifying? This brings back to the National Scorpion Fans Club. And that very day of June, we qualified for the first time, inshallah. That means a goal has been achieved. Okay. It was a very, exciting moment for the National Scorpion Fans Club. We couldn't eat, we couldn't sleep, we couldn't, go about our businesses. All what we are doing was chatting, how to call it, texting and, contacting our boys outside who are in the, diaspora. They are also keeping in touch with us. So, but that doesn't stop there. So we started to say, what we did was, what's next? Hence we qualify now. What's next? And I think there my brother will come and elaborate more on that.
Yes, exactly. Seydou, the qualification have been achieved, like he mentioned. That is, number one, the ultimate objective of the Gambian national team after years of trying. Now that we've qualified, you are members of the National Scorpions Fans Club. How far are your preparations as far as the competition is concerned in Cameroon?
Yeah, Mamoudou, as you know, football cannot go in the absence of fans. So for that being the case, since the boys has already qualified, we, the fans, we never sit. We have been working both day and night to see that we will also join them, inshallah, in Cameroon 2022. We have some proposals that we have already worked on. Both the executive and most of our, we created a tax committee that will be working tirelessly just to see that the fans club, inshallah, will be in Cameroon. Although, as we are talking for now, we do not have any sponsor yet, but we expect Gambians who are watching us will do something to see that the fans will be in Cameroon in 2022, inshallah.
I know all of you have lived with not being able to be at the stadium to watch the Scorpions play, especially as an organized fan group of the team. Cameroon is coming. We still have COVID here. With all the protocols, with all the restrictions, well, there have been no official communique from Cameroon, but the signs are since the under-20 championship in Mauritania, a section of the fans have been allowed to come and watch. Maybe, probably, let's keep hoping that some COVID restrictions will be lifted and hopefully they will allow the fans at the stadium. As far as you people are concerned, what are you doing on the ground to make sure that you're in Cameroon? Because it's going to cost a lot of money.
Good question. That's why we are never, relentless right now. We are working towards that. And we are very optimistic that CAF will allow a certain number of fans from each country to go and represent their, national teams. That will happen for sure, inshallah. So, notwithstanding, we are doing our groundwork to see how best we can mobilize resources, we can mobilize funds through, government, parastatals, and the private institutions to see how best we can tap funds from them. That's why we have a budget proposal concerning this road to Cameroon. It has been dispatched to all these, mentioned institutions, and for sure by now they received their, proposals already, their letters. So we are hoping that we will hear from them very soon, inshallah. But it would be our interest to be in, in Cameroon.
In Cameroon.
So.
Okay. You are a structured group of people who support the Gambia national team. In fact, that's the reason why you call yourself the National Scorpions Fans Club. I understand you've been doing contributions, monetary contributions and all of those things. Mm-hmm. How far with that? Will that maybe fund a little bit chunk of it? But I doubt if that's money that can fund
the monthly contribution that we normally conduct among ourselves, that one is only in the Gambia here. Whenever there is an international game in the stadium, we normally contribute, and we see people normally see us in the stadium. At times, the federation also give us an opportunity whereby we will enter freely, watch the game. But this one is different thing. This one is international, and then we all know here up to Cameroon is not a small money. It's a very huge money. So that being the case, we also have a budget that we know we have already written to so many private sectors, as mentioned earlier on by my president. Well, normally there was a time that the National Scorpion Fans Club normally traveled with the players. Although those years was already been sponsored by the president, former President Yahya Jammeh, we also expect the president who is here, Adama Barrow, also will also do the same. But we do not want to leave everything in the hands of the government also. Mm-hmm. There are good Gambians who are inside the nation here. We believe that whenever we knock their doors, they will also come and then give a very big support to the National Scorpion Fans Club. Our doors are open. We are not just there to say that, okay, we point fingers to this company. No. This is owned by the Gambia. We are calling all Gambians, let them all come out and then support the National Scorpion Fans Club. Anybody who comes in and support the fans club is like you have already supported the team, because the team are there. Although we know that the team will be going, we the fans also, we want to see ourselves in Cameroon 2022, inshallah.
Okay. In terms of, let's say, working out new strategies, now the qualification has been achieved. As fans, you usually in your national colors, that is the red, white, blue, white, green, obviously the Gambia flag.
Definitely, definitely.
Anything new, anything different in terms of songs. And sometimes we often say Gambian fans, they only support when there is a goal. But once they start conceding goals, they're like, okay, completely dead until when they score.
Okay, here you have two types of fans. You have the spectators and you have the fans.
Yeah.
So spectators, they only come to watch the football. That's it. When we score, they cheer up the boys, they shout. When we lose, that's it. Unlike National Scorpion Fans Club, we are always there to chant, to display, to sing, make sure that the boys keep up the spirit, the momentum, until the last whistle is blown. Even after the games, we used to be still on the stand, waiting them to go under to the dressing room until they disperse. Then that's the time we used to wrap up, all those things. But, it's not easy to be a football fan, definitely, because you will spend your own money, your own resources, everything, materials likewise, to make sure that the club keep on going, to make sure that the boys know that the fans are there also waiting for them. That's why we mentioned earlier on in the program that during the time of the closed doors, behind closed doors, it wasn't easy for us, definitely. We leave it very, very hard, find it very difficult. Imagine you have been supporting the boys for the past 20 or 19 years, being with them on the stand, whether it was, enjoyable, a nice day or not. good day or black day, we are there with them. So coming to a time when they needed us most to be there, and they are not seeing us, you see? So it was very, very frustrating for the National Scorpion Fans Club. But after, when we spoke to the Federation, and they make it clear to us that this is not from them, hadn't been it was their own wish, we would have been there with them. But it is from CAF, and they are very strict on it. So we did not know about this thing until after we have qualified. I heard it from Willie Abraham, if I'm right. Yeah. So he was trying to clarify things, why they do not allow the National Scorpion Fans to be on the stand. Because they were under suspension, if I'm right, or fine.
Yeah, fine.
And warning too. Plus, we are topping the group. Yeah. So they don't want to miss that chance too. So allowing the fans to come inside that stadium could have caused them a disaster, you know, something
definitely,
like that.
Yes.
Gajaga, just to add up what my president just said, although we were not presently in the field with them, but physically those who were around the stadium could have heard the noise of the National Scorpion Fans Club. We just hire a form of a carnival, a car that we were around in the stadium. Even the players who were playing inside, after the game, they were saying that, wow, we were hearing noise, but they don't even know that it was the fans. Meaning they had a noise, but they didn't know where the noise was coming from. At least we were not in the field with them physically, but at least spiritually we were there with them. Because we try hard, and then see that we must display on the day of the game. And then alhamdulillah, everything went positively. The results were so perfect. We were all happy that day. You know, every Gambian were so happy. That's and then inshallah, let them know that Cameroon, we are coming. People are underrating Gambia, but we will surprise many people, inshallah.
Oh, you think that?
Nothing like
even though it's our first time,
it is already there, bro.
Something.
We have players. We are not underrating our players. You have those Ibrahim Diallo, Hassan Cisse, and others, and those young boys want to prove themselves. Sure. Yeah, we are not just there to go and show up now. We just want to reach at least the quarterfinal or semi-final.
No, the final.
So we're going there to compete.
Yeah, we're going to bring the cup here, definitely.
Oh yes.
Definitely. Our dream here is to center the final, inshallah, and bring the trophy to the Gambia. It will happen, inshallah.
Because every day we are in touch with the players, and then for them, their dream right now is just to see that, yes, we are...
And the spirit is there still, you know? The spirit of winning is still there.
Any new songs? Any plan for...
Yeah, we have... Although, like, we have vocalists who are there. Both me and him, we are not the vocalists, but at least in August, we already have a schedule. August, we will be having a form of a camp, whereby we'll meet, and then all these new songs, our vocalists are doing very good to see that we create new things, inshallah, in Cameroon. And then whoever want to hear the National Scorpion Fans Club new song, give us time. Around August, we'll start releasing so many songs, inshallah.
Wow, it's
like the Sanjaliers and others. Yeah, you will receive so many things, inshallah.
We're going to organize a recruitment training camp for at least 10 days, whereby we will do our practice and do invite resource persons from different sectors. I mean, the stakeholders, being from the FA, ministry, even the security, to come and sensitize the fans club about the importance of this game before we traveled. We used to do all these things. Even from the health, sector too, they used to come and talk to us about health and safety.
And safety as well.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yeah, we are looking forward to this. Hopefully, the COVID protocols would ease down a little bit and all the restrictions, so we can get there.
Yeah, we believe before that things will go down, because like if you can see right now during this Premier League and other Champion Leagues, they are allowing fans to enter. We believe before that, inshallah, they will also leave the fans to go and support. Although they will not leave a large number, but they will just say, okay, maybe each country will bring 150 or 200 fans to support their country.
Anything to add before we close?
Yeah, just to thank the Federation for their good work. I mean, they are doing a very good work. And to applaud the minister as well, the government for... Right now, I heard that they are the one funding this camp in Turkey, which is a lot of money, you know. So we're also saying a big thanks to them. And appealing to the general public too, to keep up the momentum, to support the boys, support the National Scorpion Fans Club in our bid to achieve our goals to reach, to go to Cameroon, inshallah, 2022.
Yeah, we are calling all stakeholders, government, private sectors, let them come out and then support the National Scorpion Fans Club. This is the Gambia. You know, we want to see ourselves in Cameroon 2022, inshallah, and then we believe that Gambians who are watching this program will come out and then support the National Scorpion Fans Club. The players really need the fans behind them. It's like you cannot say that you will be playing, you do not have any fans. The power that they will want, they will not have it. So we are urging everyone, any Gambian diaspora, let them all come out and then give a very big support to the Nations. We have a budget already. Whoever needs the budget, inshallah, can just link the Nations Scorpion fans or the federation, they will have access to us. Inshallah, we believe that we will be there 2022.
Well, if you are out there watching us, there's a National Scorpions fans club that are looking forward to getting to Cameroon and give the boys the morale booster to at least have a great performance in the competition. They're talking about even winning the trophy. So ambitious, but they say nothing is impossible.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going to happen in January in Cameroon. From that, we are going to take a short break. And when we come back, we'll be talking about the Scorpions themselves, who were involved in an international friendly on Saturday, where they played against Niger and they won by 2-0. We'll also be looking at the Gambia's First Division League, top of the table class between Brikama United and Fortune, who are the leaders. Welcome and thank you if you're just joining us. This is Q Sports. Now we're going to talk about the Scorpions. The Gambia played against Niger on Saturday in Antalya, Turkey, as part of preparations for the Africa Cup of Nations, and they won by 2-0. Abdoulaye Diallo put the Scorpions ahead with a brilliant finish, and before Mohamed Badamosi added a second which sealed victory for them. And this match is part of preparations for the Africa Cup of Nations, and as the team is yearning for another friendly, this time with Togo, and in that international friendly match also, they are looking forward to boosting their team, and later on they will play against Kosovo. For more on this, let's join Bakary Bibalde, who is part of the GFF Communications Department, on this report, and you will also hear from the Gambia coach, Tom Sente.
It was 2-0 at full time and the beginning of the three friendlies lined up by coach Tom Sanfe for the AFCON-bound Scorpions. Goals from attacking midfield maestro Abdoulaye Diallo and second half entrant Mohamed Badamosi in each half sealed the all-important win for the Gambia at the start of what is expected to continue for Sanfe and his charges during the 2 weeks training session here in Antalya. Although the Gambia missed a couple of goal-scoring chances in Hassan Cisse and Musa Barrow, the Scorpions kept to their nerves before Badamosi could nail the final riff on the coffin and first made moments so high for the Scorpions in their first outing in Turkey. Sanfe nonetheless was squeezed for his reaction at the end of match proceedings.
To be honest, I was very satisfied. We had very good moments. I think we started the game well in the first half. I scored a good goal with Abdoulaye Diallo. Created several good opportunities to score the 2-0. I remember a few from Hassan Cisse, from Musa Barrow. I think we had to finish off at that moment, but then the last 10 minutes in the second half, we drop a little bit of tempo, we lose a little bit concentration, and also in the beginning of the second half, we were not fully in control. We didn't give really chances away because Niger was only dangerous by 2 or 3 free kicks. We had a good Babacar Gueye who did some good saves. But after the changes, I think we took again control over the match. We had again opportunities with Moussa Diawara, with Ibrahim Akoli in the beginning before the change, and also naturally the nice goal of Badamosi. So in general, I'm very satisfied. We used several new players. I think today 4 players made their debut in the national team. That's always good. A lot of young players on the pitch. We have a good result against a team who is 40 positions better on the FIFA ranking than us. So normally we have to improve our ranking. And I saw a lot of positive points, and on the weak points we can work.
Saturday's match was the Belgian 75th official match as coach, and the top notch was Gambia's win over Niger on the 5th June 2021 in the Antalya Sports Complex, where the Scorpions prepare for the country's first AFCON finals in Cameroon. The Saint says the objective amongst others for the training camp is achieved with the new players that made their debuts in Saturday's outing.
The week of training was already very successful. We had in total 6 training units in these 4 days before this match. The level was very high, the players were very motivated, there was quality training. I saw very good players, new players, and actually the players I know. And naturally, if we can execute it on the pitch, because there it happens on match day, if you can win then 2-0, you don't give really much opportunities away, and you create a lot of opportunities. I think if we were more clinical in front of the goal, we would have scored more goals. But in general, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied about the team performance. I'm satisfied about the majority of the individual performance, and we can work further on that. So now we have to recover, and on Tuesday against Togo is the next task.
Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you very much.
And now let's talk about the Gambia Football Federation First Division League. Over the weekend, there was a top-of-the-table clash between Brikama United and Fortune. Fortune, of course, are the leaders in the First Division. But the match ended in a scintillating 1-all draw. It was Fortune's Bernard Silva who came in as a substitute and scored what amounts to a fantastic finish. If you see the goal, you will just love it. And it sent the entire stadium into wild jubilations. Well, apart from Brikama United supporters, obviously, because they are supporting their team, and they were stunned. After Fortune played 75 minutes of the match with a man down, they got their defender sent off early on in the 15 minutes. And in the second half, late on, in the 90th minute, Brikama had a penalty. And Papis Nyasi converted the penalty. It was all square, 1-all it ended.
I have to thank both sides, both Brikama United and Fortune. I think both of them played very good football. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fair result, definitely. It's a fair, especially coming from behind. Normally, I don't talk about the referees, but I mean, this is football. You know, laws change every time, and I think the fourth referee was trying to explain that, you know, the laws change, and I think it's okay. We have to understand those kind of situations, but I think we also have our chance that we could have capitalized, you know, so especially when they were in one man down. So that's football. Sometimes, you know, you prepare and they prepare also, you know, so we have to take it with good faith and then we move on.
I'm very much disappointed with the scoreline. As you know, a game like this, playing first against second, as you said, was expected to be difficult. But conceding an early red card and also make the game to us more difficult. But nonetheless, we make it believe to the boys that we can still win this game when we managed to finish the first half goalless. So during the break, I spoke to the boys and told them exactly what to do, how to organize ourselves, because the first half was still open and we were creating chances as well. So we make them believe that, and they exactly executed what I told them. And then in the second half, you can see how we were playing, although we were 10. But the boys managed to push hard, attack well, and then defended well. And at the latter part of the game, we managed to score. And then, unfortunately, we conceded a late goal. But nonetheless, it's not bad as well, collecting 1 point against the second. Still now, the 7 point is important for us.
Finally, on Qsports, let's talk about some wheelchair basketball, because the Gambia National Paralympic Committee have been boosted and their basketball team has obviously praised the caring for mobility, which has donated 33 wheelchairs to be used by the Gambia National Paralympic Committee basketball team. And it was an event that was hosted at the Serekunda West Mini Stadium.
Today we received 33 wheelchairs. In fact, when we announced at the first stage, we said 28. But when we arrived in Sanyang, we realized that the donors want to surprise us with more. We eventually come home with 33 basketball wheelchairs, which can serve for 3 or 5, 6 different teams for a para basketball. So we don't have enough words today, to express our appreciations how this will help us in the future. But one thing we can assure our donors is they have opened a door for disability sport, particularly basketball sports in the Gambia. These are equipments that will be very hard for us to have on our own. Recently, everybody in our midst know that our athletes went internationally and faced a very big challenges at a point where one of them was even disqualified because of the wheelchair that he has, which does not go with the international standard. So, but this today, we can use this at any international basketball game, any international basketball championship, because it is a quality and a standard basketball chair. So I am very sure my men here today, my colleagues, and this means a lot to them. That is why today you can feel it from them, and you can see the atmosphere at the training ground. Everybody come today to witness this historic event. So on behalf of the President of the Gambia National Paralympic Committee, once again, I thank you so very much. And I will assure you these wheelchairs will be well taken care of.
My name is Brit. I am the project manager and the founder of Caring for Mobility. We have been active in the Gambia now for 3 years, and we support the people who are physically challenged with mobility aids. And of course, when you hear there is a sports team and they are struggling to have good wheelchairs, you also want to try and do your best for them. So we were very pleased when Sunrise Medical and HCB 92 in the Netherlands offered us these fantastic sports wheelchairs. And we are very grateful to the sponsors of Caring for Mobility who have put together the money to ship them to the Gambia. Because everything, of course, always involves money, sadly enough. But we are very happy today to enable the people here to enjoy their wheelchair sports, because it's absolutely necessary, fantastic and amazing, and the joy it gives to people makes us proud that we are able to do this.
With that, we say thank you very much for watching this broadcast and have a pleasant night. Bye.